Sometimes I've always wondered, was it a good thing that I was born? My dad always told me that I was a mistake child. I was never planned for. I wasn't meant to be here, but my older brother was. And when I come to sit down and think about it very carefully, I sit there and I wonder sometimes, like, what do you do? Like, what do you do? How can you make that change in your life? What can you do to get yourself in a place where things work for you? You come to ask yourself, was I born in a wrong time, wrong place? What did you do to be so hated? What did you do to be disliked? You're not loved. You're not trusted. You're not cared for. You're not appreciated. You're not accepted. You're not needed. You're not wanted. You wake up every day going through this hardship and difficulties. And you sit there and you ask yourself this question. Why? Why? But you always end up in the darkness, and you can never find the answer. Why? Standing here in a park, knowing that you ain't really got no friends, no family, no nothing. November 14th, about to go to the 15th, supermoon, also full moon night as well, standing in a cold park. Of course, I've got my lights off. I don't want people to pinpoint my location where I'm standing in this park. And I'm sitting there looking at myself right now. It's 8.8 Celsius, what the garment's telling me, and I'm in the park. When I think about it carefully, maybe I was born in the wrong time and place. When I grew up, all I went through was all suffering. I went through bullying, pure misery, depression, suffering. I was always excluded. I was never included. Exclusive in a bad way, but never inclusive. People always told lies on me. People always put me down to the ground. Oh, don't eat his birthday cake. His cake is shit. Don't eat his cake. Forget his cake. How could you eat his cake? That's sick. I want to vomit. From that day, I never supported my birthday ever. The things I've been through, I used to cry every single day. My mum used to tell me, why? Are you always crying all the time? One day I told her the reason why. I told her like, what? Over 20 plus years later. You know, sometimes I wish that I grew up in Jamaica instead, man. I really, truly did. Sometimes I wish if all of our siblings, we did at least 10 years of life in Jamaica and then come back here, would it be more sensible, more on point? Things would have been different. But sometimes things just go the way it go, innit? When you live in a family, when you know what? Your dad was a worthless man. He didn't care about his own family. My dad could have had his own house, but he never wanted to do that, right? He had connections where any place he wanted, it was a 4-bedroom house, 5-bedroom house, he could have got that easily. But he didn't want to take no responsibility. He didn't care. He didn't care at all. So if that was my uncle now, he wouldn't have done that. If my uncle had that connection, what, 4-5-bedroom house for my family, my uncle would have took that. He would have took that. He would have bought the house, everything. So when it comes to my dad and my uncle, they're two total different people. But you know what? Sometimes this is the way it goes, innit? So when I think about it very carefully, when I think about all my dreams, me in a Nissan Skyline R35 or the R34, R33 or R32, am I dreaming? Am I smoking? Am I deluded? Am I crazy? Am I mad? What am I even thinking right now? What am I thinking right now? Right? Toyota Supra, the 1999 model, the new one was out now. What am I thinking? Mitsubishi Evo. Well, that's discontinued now, but the older ones, like Mitsubishi Evo 8, 7 and 6, what am I thinking? Subaru Impreza. The WRX STI, like the 2005 model and upwards, or the new one was the Subaru WRX GT, Nissan 350Z, 370Z, and you got the new Nissan, I think it's called the Nissan Nismo Z, what it was called. I think it's called Nismo Z now. What's the newer version to the 370Z? I ain't gonna be able to afford and have that right now. I can't have that right now. I must be out of my mind. Honda Civic Type R. I'm dreaming to be able to sit there and have my dream Asian wife that I've been crying for, screaming for, shouting for, crying for over 15 plus years. Have I even got to even cuddle one? No. More or less even just about shake a hand? No. No. It's probably only once I was able to get one of their numbers in my phone book. We spoke for a couple of hours and it just went boom. It just went like that. And that was in my area. But apart from that, when I think about it carefully, I've got to let that go, man. Got to let that go. How am I meant to get my dream East or South East Asian wife? Nah, man, that's not even happening. So that and the cars are unrealistic. I don't even have the house to be able to do my anime properly, my manga properly, to have all the Naruto collector's edition, the Ultimate edition, the little Dragon Ball, the One Piece, right? If it's Fairy Tail, doesn't matter, Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, it doesn't matter what anime, what manga, whatever it is. I don't have the place to put up all my One Piece mangas where I can put them all up on the shelf. I don't have that. I don't have that space where I can put the bookshelves to do that. Put all my figurines up. I don't have the space to do that. To have all my autographs from Akira Toriyama, from Ichiro Oda, from Masashi Kishimoto, Tite Kubo, right? And Hero, all these people. I ain't got the space to do these type of things. So, like even Kazunori Yamachai for Gran Turismo, when there was that copper box, like I don't have the space to put these type of things. And you know what? In my life, there's many things that I did miss. That I should have done. There's many places I should have gone, but I never went because of the way how my mind was, the things I've been through, it affected my mind. Like when you go through certain things, certain like traumas and stuff in your life, dude, you lose your passion, you lose interest in the thing. You get to that point where you care less and you're no longer bothered. That's why when I look at myself right now, think about it. LG C3 55-inch 4K OLED hooked to the PlayStation 5 Pro, right? Western Digital SN850 4TB, right? And this is the WD SN850P. This is the maximum performance one. 7.3 gigs read and 6.6 write. So 6.6 gigs write. I'll put that 4TB straight into the PS5 Pro. Reading at 6.9 gigs per second. I even bought the Odyssey Maxwells to replace the SteelSeries Arctis Nova Pro wireless. Right? I went for planar magnetic drivers. Everything's at home, sitting there right now. Why am I standing out here in the park? I pick up the console, playing Horizon Forbidden West. Put down the pad. Press the button. Turn it off. I'm out here. What am I doing? Because the things that you go through can affect everything in your life. Look how much concerts I should have went to. Even Linkin Park I should have went to. Even all these things I should have went to. It's just these things inside of you it just takes you out. It just puts you away. It just puts you away, it just tucks you away. But sometimes it could be like that. You see? That's why you got to let go of your past. Because when you bring past into present, it will ruin you. It will destroy you. It will break you. It will hold you down. These are the chains. Ching. Oh, Lord God, please bust these chains off me. These chains are holding me here. I don't want to be held here. Bust the chain. Bust the chain off the brain. Bust the chain off my limbs. Bust the chain. Bust the chain. You want to be like Exodia, when you put the 5 pieces together in Yu-Gi-Oh! And you call up Exodia. Do you understand? So sometimes it could be like that. When you go through these things, these traumas, this nasty sensation, this feeling of you going through what you go through, really affects your whole life. It affects what you see, right? It makes you lose hope in everything. It makes you not trust nothing. Like you don't believe in these things no more. Why? Because these things trouble you. They trouble you in a way where you no longer feel nice. You no longer feel good. All you want is to sit down and know that you was able to have a good life. You're nice. You're comfortable. Everything was great. But you know what? Sometimes in life, it's just the way it go. It's just the way it is. It's just the way it is. Look at me. I'm just out here in the park. Now, let's turn this camera around and take a look. Take a look. Right? I've got this on a tripod. Now, let's face it this way now. Let's face it this way. Here we are. Let's face it that way. Right? Like that. You see me? You see me? I'm just out here. Once again. Just on this bicycle, cold park. Right? Just here. But sometimes it's just the way it go, innit? Look how the phone even hit the floor. It even hit the grass. Huh? Fantastic. Well, everything's for a reason, innit? Don't know why that happened. It's as if something just pushed it over. Well, when you think about it very carefully, what do? You're just here, you're just outside, you're just out here. You're just walking around. You're confused. Your heart feels heavy. Your heart is filled with pain, misery, suffering, depression. Why? Because life ain't going the way you want life to happen. You want something to happen, but you can't make it happen. Why? Because life ain't happening. Why? Is it because someone's done black magic, voodoo on you? Huh? Is it because people push out this bad energy so bad that they're starting to manifest? The way how they feel and think about you is manifesting. What do you do? Everyone that you know is got married, they've got kids, they've got house, they've got car, everyone's nice. You're just out here like this. Oh, it's you. You're the only problem. It's you. It's you. You're the only issue here. Then you gotta ask yourself, why? Why me? Why am I the issue? Why am I the problem? Why am I the issue? So you start asking yourself these questions. Was it good that I was born in this world? Was I born in the wrong time, wrong place? You wanna know? We're standing here. There's full moon out here. Full moon heightens in what you are. They say you don't attract to what you want, you attract to what you are, you attract yourself. And if you're a high vibration frequency, you attract on high vibration frequency. You're low vibration frequency, you attract on low vibration frequency. So when you put yourself in a certain frequency, for some reason someone looks at you and they feel a certain way about you, and they'll feel a way about you, you start asking yourself some question like, what do you do to make someone feel a way about you like that? Sometimes that person don't even need the reason just not like you. They just don't like you. Some people just look at you, but he don't fit what I agree with. He don't fit what I want to be in my circle, what I want to be in my vision. It doesn't fit the model of the world that I have, what I want to become a reality. When you don't fit the model of the world, what they want to become the reality, becomes an issue, becomes an error, and they don't like you and they want you to go, they want you to disappear. They're like, why are you around here like this? Just get up, let's go, just leave. We don't need you around here right now. Because even in the day, you need to understand one thing. If your model of the world don't match the reality, it becomes a problem. What's your model of the world match reality? It's no longer a problem. It's good. It's nice. You're feeling good. You're feeling happy. You're feeling nice. Why? Because everything's happening the way you want it to happen. Why? Unfortunately, everyone in the world feels like everything must resolve around them, and things don't revolve around you. People don't want to see it for what it is. That's what it is being a realist. These people are pessimistic all the time, always seeing the negative, right? The negative outcomes of things. They'll be optimistic, seeing the positive outcomes of things, right? So what do you do? What do you say? There's nothing you can do right now. You just have to go with it. Because as I said again, you're attracted to what you want, you're attracted to what you are, you're attracted to yourself. And if you're able to heighten yourself, then new manifestation shall come into your life. And when it comes into your life, the new things should be able to be manifested right now. And that's how it goes. And if these things ain't manifesting, then you got to look at it. There's definitely got to be something on a higher force, right? Higher place. There's something wicked out there that's working to make sure you can't manifest the things you want to manifest. So what do you do? What do you do when you want to do? You got to test the waters. You got to test the waters. You got to play around with it. You got to test. You got to test it. You got to test the test. You got to test until you find that place. Sometimes it's the way it is. What do you do? What do you do? Sometimes it's the way it goes. Sometimes it's just how it is. So what do? You got to find a way to get yourself to that place where things happen for you, where you feel that if you're able to do these things, you don't have to worry. The problem is right now, it's because we're worried about time. It's because we know we are mortal, and we know we're going to die someday. And because we know we're going to die someday, we don't want to be sitting here and we get to that point where we're sitting there laying on a deathbed right now. When we're on a deathbed right now and we know we no longer have the option or the opportunity to make change, and we know we're going to die right now, this is the part when you start getting miserable. You start to panic. Your heart starts to race, right? You literally just pass out of this life. No one don't want to die like that. No one don't want to go like that. But you know what? Sometimes these are things that certain people just have to go through. Sometimes it's the way it is. You know what? When you are part of the thing what they don't agree with, this is the thing that you have to face. This is the things that you got to go through. And it could be like that. You can 100% be like that. But what are you going to do? You can't do nothing about it. Why? Because sometimes in life it's just simply what it is. And if it's just what it is, then it's what it is. There's not everything you can have in this life. Remember, one man's trash is the next man's treasure. Right? When one man's living in luxury, right? There's the next man was living in garbage right now. There's always the two. There's always the yin and yang of everything. Unfortunately, we're the one was playing that role of being on the unfavorable side that we don't want to be on. Without one of them, the other one don't exist. So there's always two. You're always going to need two of them. It's just how it is. What are you going to do? It's just the way life is. You either make it or you break it. The biggest issue is life's not happening the way you feel like life should happen. A lot of people feel like that. You just want to wake up and know that something good happened for you. But what do you do when nothing don't happen good for you? You start to feel a way about things. But sometimes it's the way it is. Sometimes it's the way it goes. It's just how it is. Sometimes not everyone's able to have that ability to do so. Not everyone's able to have that change. Some people just have to get up and go through the hardship. Some people just have to face it. It's not nice, it's not easy. But what do? You see, after that COVID-19, after entering, going through that 2020 downwards, people are no longer the same. What do you do? What do you do? This whole world just feels strange now. Very, 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 very strange. So, what are you gonna do? I made a video talk about 50. What are you gonna do if nothing don't change? What are you gonna do when you're 50? You think continuing on life is the way to go? No, because you already know the next step is hopeless. What's the point? All you want is something good to happen for you, but nothing ain't happening for you. So you gotta find a way to do what? Make life happen for you somehow. We gotta find a way. We gotta find a way. We gotta find a way. We're not here forever. We gotta find a way. We gotta do something that makes us feel good, that makes us feel happy. What are we gonna do? We gotta do something. And that's what we need to do.